See everybody, and our next guest, cooking with a cause.
So New York City-based chef Stephanie Nass has launched a series of cooking classes at shelters across the city, and residents of all ages are sinking their teeth into this experience. Chef Stephanie is here with us this morning to explain how this all came about, and it's changing so many lives. Good morning, Chef. Thank you so much for being here. This is such a cool project.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
So tell us, how does this work? You go into shelters and you say, like, here's the meal and we're gonna make this?
Yes, so we're doing cooking classes in homeless shelters in Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx.
Okay.
The curriculum is all plant forward and the recipes are vegetarian, affordable, easy, simple, delicious, nutritious. I do a demonstration and then everyone tastes everything with the goal of showing people how easy it is to incorporate vegetables into everyday cooking and giving them techniques to do that.
Did you find that people were saying, I never really thought about it. People are anti-veggie but then realize they love them?
You know, it's funny, our first class was at a homeless shelter in Queens, and there was a mother. People come as families, so it's not individuals one-off. And there was a mother who told us that her son really resisted eating his vegetables. He wouldn't eat his greens at dinner. And we went through the whole lesson, and then by the end, he had eaten 2 plates of pasta, which was packed with spinach, as well as a salad. He loved it. And of course, his mother was thrilled.
Yeah.
Vegetables are so expensive, honestly, especially in this city. Is that some of the resistance for these families? Like, who can afford that?
Well, actually, all of our recipes are around $5 or less per portion.
Wow.
And I use a lot of frozen vegetables. So frozen vegetables are a great alternative to fresh, although fresh vegetables in season can be affordable. And also frozen vegetables are better than canned because there's less sodium and sugar and you're getting more nutrition.
What about when you're in a shelter? Like, to prepare this stuff, you may not have access to the pots and pans and everything you need, right?
So many shelters in New York City actually have kitchens in the shelters that the residents can use. And also we're giving techniques so people can use these skills outside of shelters in the culinary industry and elsewhere.
How did the partnership kind of come about? Like, what made you wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to get into the shelter system, I'm going to call social services and partner with them? And was there a little bit of convincing to allow you to do so?
So food is power.
Yeah.
And I know that food can provide purpose through employment, and nutrition can make people feel really great. So I wanted to share this gift of food with as many people as I could. And the Department of Social Services is a special integrated unit in the city between the Human Resources Association and the Department of Homeless Services. So I thought this was the best department to work with within the city, and they had plans to teach more nutritional information to the residents. So it was a really perfect partnership with total alignment, and I came to them and we just started planning.
You're a pastry chef by trade, right?
Yes.
So do you have a personal story? Like, what does vegetables do for you? Do you share these with people living in shelters to sort of change their minds?
Yes, so I've catered for many, many years. I personally eat a ton of vegetables. And I am just really dedicated to making a social impact, and I would rather teach healthful cooking than, anything superfluous. So this plant-forward curriculum is really where we wanted to go.
Okay, give us a little bit of a tidbit about a canned vegetable, frozen vegetable that you would prepare as if it were a fresh vegetable.
So actually, I think frozen spinach is easier to cook with than fresh, because we've all had the experience of buying fresh spinach and it just totally deflates.
Wilts right away, yeah.
Totally
Turns into
wilts.
nothing.
And you don't really know how much you're gonna get unless you're a totally experienced chef. So frozen spinach is more of the right size of what you're gonna get. So I really love cooking with frozen spinach. Frozen peas are amazing. They cook really quickly and they just add a boost of flavor to whatever you're using.
And when you're cooking with that kind of stuff, right, do you throw it into your dish, this might be silly, frozen, rather than thawing it out?
Oh, so I cook it frozen.
Right,
I
okay.
don't let it sit on the countertop. I put it in the pan frozen, and then it cooks with everything else.
Beautiful.
Dan is literally asking for himself. He is like, I'm gonna go to the grocery
I
store.
was like, but you're right, they're
Give me a
expensive.
recipe. It is so expensive, and if you don't get to it that week, then it goes bad, and it's so wasteful, and then you feel bad.
Right.
This is such a great idea.
It's great.
You're
Frozen
gonna do
vegetables
more.
are amazing.
When's the next class?
The next class is today.
Oh, wow.
I'm on my way to the Bronx later today.
Oh, really quick, how can people sign up?
It's organized by the shelters, so we're only going to certain shelters that the Department of Social Services sends us to.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they should ask their contact and caseworker there.
Yes.
Great, awesome.
Chef Stephanie Nass, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing, too, to
Thank
educate.
you.
and for helping me out.